Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen,
Lackluster.
we are here to talk about TNA wrestling and how much it fucking sucks. Now recently I've been having some computer issues, so now I can talk. You might not like the quality of the sound, but listen to my words. As I say the truth, as we say the truth about TNA wrestling, okay? And if you fans don't like that, you're trolling. No, you're trolling. You're the one who's in denial. Shut the fuck up. This is my vid. I'm gonna talk about what I want. I am not a TNA worshipper. I say what the fuck I want. I say the truth. I don't say the truth coming from some kind of anti-WWE pro-TNA bubble. I call it as I see it, okay? Number one, Bully Ray sucks
Big time.
as champion, okay? Like really, nobody gives a flying fuck about Bubba Ray Dudley at this point in the game.
Fuck no, really? Like, what the fuck has he ever done? Like,
He
was in the tag team.
He broke up with the Dudleys. Apparently, he reinvented himself. He lost weight, and he got a terrible, dumb-looking haircut. Yeah, probably.
Like, come on. You like fucking triple the size in like, what, a year?
Where is the big reinvention there? I don't see the big change.
Don't forget the calves, man! Check out the calves! Like, okay,
That's what he was doing a month before being champ,
yeah. Exactly. Now it's all about Brooke Hogan and him, and he's boring. Like, I don't get boring. What's the big deal with Bully Ray,
There's absolutely no big deal at all. The guy's not wrestling great matches or anything. He was always more of a brawler, put guys through the table, that's about it. He's not a...
Bring out the table! That's all he's known for.
And it's not like he's a great brawler like Steve Austin that people are going to care about or something.
Or Mick Foley or something. Or
he's not a great technical wrestler. Nothing like this. A cheap champion. And his promos are boring. Do you know who we are? I don't give a fuck. Yeah, you're a bunch of WWE rejects. That's what you are, fuck. Which is point number 2. Aces and eights sucks. Okay, big time. Like I said, a cheap leader. Devon Dudley is the sergeant. He's like the number 2 guy.
Yeah, really.
Who cares?
Anderson.
This is the Dudley Boys. That's what it is. Dudley Boys pretending to be bikers. They're, an Italian biker there, Bubba Ray Dudley. Really. That's usually the mafia.
I don't think there's bikers in New York.
Well, there might be. I'm sure there are there, but Bubba Ray's not a biker.
He ain't a biker.
Maybe, but I don't know. It's cheap. Fuck, it's cheap. Fuck, I don't give a fuck if he has a bike or not. He's not a real biker, for God's sakes, like that there. With Devon, this is just the Dudley Boys mixed with a bunch of jobbers. Crap. It's Doc. Who cares? It's Festus.
Yeah.
He was a huge fail. He was the guy doing the biker gimmick on the India version of TNA. That's probably where they got this great idea from. Hey, Doc is driving a bike, a gimmick he stole from Taker, so let's steal the gimmick from him. That's what it is. That's probably where they got the idea. His name was something Cash, or Isaiah Cash or something, and he came out with a bike. Next thing you know, he's there in the biker group. They probably just stole the idea from him or whatever. Mike Knox.
How far do you want to go with a biker gang?
No,
we're not in the 90s here, people, Biker gangs does not work anymore.
They're copying a TV show, too, apparently, but Sons of Anarchy, I've never watched it. But
still, it's pretty cheap.
It's cheap.
All with cheap guys.
Mike Knox. Who the fuck gives a fuck about Mike Knox? That's who I want. The bearded freak looking Charles Manson nut job. That's, who wants to, fuck aces and eights. It's all garbage. D'Lo Brown.
D'Lo Brown.
Fuck is that? What the fuck is that? The guy is like 50 years old.
Yeah, a guy you haven't seen in like 20 years wrestle.
And the stories are so stupid. They're pissed off that D'Lo Brown lost a match a month ago, and they're all losing matches.
Even last week or whatever, I don't remember who lost, but yeah. D'Lo, you lost. It's like, okay, well, the two other guys just lost this week there, like 5 minutes ago, and you're pitching shit to fucking D'Lo. It's like, it doesn't make sense.
Garrett Bischoff.
Oh, Garrett Bischoff. Like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, really? Like, who is he?
He's the son of a guy that's irrelevant.
Yeah, I know, but you never wrestled. Like,
no.
What have you ever fucking done in wrestling?
He's terrible. It's not like his dad is a wrestler that we're supposed to think.
Exactly.
Garrett is going to be good. He's a jobber.
He's just a little rich fucking kid. They're a little rich boy,
Bischoff isn't a big, powerful guy anymore. That shit died a long time ago.
That with WCW.
Put Garrett Bischoff in WCW when Bischoff was in charge, then you could maybe you couldn't really do much anyway, but it would be a bit more relevant than what it is now in TNA, I don't know.
Yeah.
Wes Briscoe.
Fucking wanted to be Pillman.
Yeah, acting
like Pillman, exactly like Pillman, with the hair and the crazy eyes and face, and it's like, okay, there.
And these jobbers are beating Kurt Angle every week. Fuck.
Yeah.
What the fuck's this, man?
Him and Garrett Bischoff, people, beating up Kurt Angle.
I think even Chavo Guerrero beat Kurt Angle.
A couple weeks ago.
Fuck! This guy was getting beat by Hornswoggle. You make him beat the only wrestler in TNA? by Chavo. Fuck is this?
Yeah, Chavo, that's another one. Like, what the fuck is he doing there? The only reason he's popular is because of his fucking, Eddie.
He left because he was tired of losing in WWE. Yeah. He's not a star. He's not Eddie, and he's not a star.
Yeah.
What does TNA do? They make him beat the real star that they got, the only credible wrestler. Well, now he's drunk, insane, pill popping, and stalking women. So.
Yeah, but he used to be normal.
Yeah, he used to be there, but now he's in TNA, and that's when things start to go down.
It went down a little bit there.
Number 3, they can't push stars. They can't.
No, every star they try to push, they do something stupid with them. Like, the story doesn't work, or the story's stupid, or the character's stupid, or, like Gunner. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do with a guy with Gunner? His name's Gunner, he's been in the war. Okay, like...
He looks like a prisoner and that.
Yeah, exactly, he just looks like a criminal, man.
Just has black eyes. Fuck is that?
It's just an example of a fuck,
They bring Gunner out of nowhere after 3-4 months. He's gonna be at the pay-per-view.
Not even earnest. I'm here. It's like, yeah, you're in the pay-per-view main event, man.
Well, how is that a push?
Nah.
Apparently they're gonna start to push Magnus. What have they done with him? According to Dixie Carter, Magnus is
the next big thing.
The next big thing, I don't know.
Watch out, Hogan!
What have they done to push him so far? Nothing. Out of nowhere, Magnus. What?
Yeah. Doing the hero. And still, last week or the week before, he's doing the hero, and he needs to be protected by, Samoa Joe.
Look at him, Samoa Joe. He's in, he was in ROH. He goes to TNA. Everybody on the net was going nuts. They thought Samoa Joe was going to be the best wrestler of all time. He's going to be in TNA. He's going to have great feuds. He has one good feud with Angle. Nothing. He wins the belt. He has a retarded feud with Kevin Nash. Then I think Nash ended up beating him, you know?
Yeah.
Where the fuck is this going? What's the point? You know? That was garbage. They can't push anyone.
No, they can't.
Look at all the guys they've been trying to push. James Storm, Bobby Roode, Aries. They're all in tag team matches.
Even Hardy, they fail. Like, you know, they give him a stupid ass fucking gimmick with the eyes there and the zombie type of shit there. It's like, what the fuck? Like, really? That's a guy main event and you can't even use him as the main event. You know, you can't even sell him.
All the guys that they were pushing all year, all the TNA originals and the young guys, they're all in tag teams, all of them.
Yeah.
Fuck, they're not doing fuck all with them. It's
like
nuts.
aside.
They're getting beat and outsmarted by Chavo Guerrero and Hernandez. You know? The main events of the Bound for Glories, which are just cheap indie pay-per-views there. It's not a fucking Mania. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
But, you know, all those guys that were fighting for the belt all year, they're losing matches to Chavo Guerrero. You fucking mental or what? What is the deal in TNA? They can't push their fucking stars. Look at AJ Styles. I say this and it's the truth. 10 years, people on the net like him. Nobody knows AJ Styles, you know, nobody cares about the guy. He can't talk, you know.
No, can't talk for shit.
You know, he's not a real star, he isn't. You guys say he is, but he isn't, for God's sakes.
He has nothing, you know, extra there, you know.
They tried to make a big deal with him with Flair Hogan during that time, and the guy was fucking horrible. Fuck that.
And then he tried his own gimmick there with this, and you know, botches and botches and botches.
One bad gimmick
after the crackhead and all that shit, and like it never works. Like
him going out with a crackhead, what the fuck was that shit?
Exactly. It's like, what the fuck you doing, TNA? Like that's not how you sell a star. Like, but they can't do it. That's what's wrong with TNA. They can't fucking take a guy and put him up here, you know?
And all those matches, Christopher Daniels against AJ, what happens in this? Christopher Daniels is still in the tag team, AJ was gone for months, now he's the new Sting.
Yeah.
Nothing builds.
New Crow gimmick. I'm dressed in black and I will talk.
Nothing leads to anything in TNA. Number 4, you started to talk about this, they destroy real main eventers. Yeah. Like you said, Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, they came, you know, they took him and turned him into a fucking freak or something. I don't know. Like,
big time.
Just comes out with the eyeballs closed and weird ass fucking cheap ass fucking music, entrance music. You know, and every feud that he has, it's against cheap guys.
And this guy was getting super popular in WWE. Like, very popular. He's in TNA, he just looks terrible. Cheap.
Cheap, yeah.
You know, they take out all the star power.
Because instead of coming out like this, you know, yeah, I'm the man. He comes out, I'm a freak. Hey. It's like, no.
Creatures.
Yeah, creatures.
Get off the
so fucked up. He looks like a drug head, you know? That's why it ain't working, because that's not Jeff Hardy, you know?
And look at the song he comes out with. Fuck is that? Well, you don't even know what's going on.
What is that, man?
It's fucking garbage.
Yeah.
No wonder the wrestlers look cheap, like RVD. Put him in WWE with his music, doing his moves with a big crowd popping for him, with the fucking, you know, good wrestlers to take his moves.
They know how to put him somewhere at certain places to make certain moves. And
they place the camera well, that way you don't see all the fuck-ups like they do in TNA there.
But TNA is a whole bunch of mishmash and okay, do whatever and whatever.
The cameras are in the back.
The move happens, and while the move's happening, the camera's changing.
You You see the fake, you see RVD with a pot belly and TNA.
Out of breath and can't even fucking flip no more. And
slower.
Way slower.
WWE, they would make it happen better,
Yeah,
you know.
more organized.
The cameras placed so you don't see all the mistakes and shit.
And Kurt Angle, that's another guy. You know, one of the best fucking guys that you got. And you can't even, you make him get beat up every fucking week. Like, are you, like...
Against Chavo?
And Chavo and fucking Guerrero and Garrett, Bischoff, and it's like, come on, like, you're not supposed to do that to a star.
It's retarded.
Really retarded.
You know, all the big stars that go there, the only guy that looked better in TNA is Christian, but Christian wasn't a star in WWE. They gave him the belt, you know, so he looks better, but you know, he still had the big fish in the small pond type of feel, in my opinion. And Christian isn't really believable as a tough guy either.
That's why he failed in WWE, because, you know, they try to fucking sell him as Edge. It's like, okay, you know, you're Christian, you're not Edge there, like, you know, there's like a TNA move there, you know?
Christian looked better in TNA because they put him as a big main eventer, but WWE is not going to say that Christian is better than Cena and whoever else they want to push there. So he can't just be the best. They're not going to say, okay, Christian is better than everyone in WWE because there's too many good guys. You know, TNA, there's nobody. Okay, this is Christian, he's the best. But they can't do that in WWE because it's full of people that are better than him, you know. But yeah. Number 5, those storylines. It's all cheap.
All cheap storylines. You know, like Bully Ray. I love you, bro! Okay, oh my god, this is fun. No.
You know, and why would he have to divorce his wife and do all this just to win the title?
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't make sense there, like. The story's all fucked up.
He loves Brooke, so he, you know, he leaves her to be in the motorcycle group.
Bad group, whatever the fuck you want to call it there.
You know, what the fuck is the point, you know? It's a dumb story. There's no real fucking purpose to it. Why would Bubba Ray join?
And that's pretty much the only story you got right now. Aces and Eights and Hogan.
The other matches are just thrown together on the pay-per-views. There's no real
story
build to any of these matches.
Even in the matches, it's Jeff Jarrett, you know, Garrett Bischoff versus whatever, some schmuck you've never seen. It's like, okay, why? Like, what's the point here? Like, what's this gonna do for the business?
There's no point.
So, you know,
these matches don't make the wrestlers look better. You have one match for the belt, that's it. Everything else is just garbage that they throw on. There's no build for anything. It's the truth, fuck.
Yeah.
What's the big story right now, fuck? There's none. Just Bully Ray saying he loves Brooke last week, you know?
That's the big story there.
Where's the big fucking, you know, Chavo and the other tag teams, big fucking deal or whatever.
Yeah. But there's no big story. There's nothing.
There's
no build.
James Storm chose Gunner as his partner. Hey, watch out there. This is mega extreme. This is better than WWE. This is as good as the Attitude Era. Fuck off there. This is retarded. Fuck. There's nothing. There's no story, and when they have stories, they're stupid. You know? Too much Hogan. big problem. Okay,
Hogan in the start, Hogan in the middle, Hogan in the end.
Yeah, he's there.
And now you got his daughter.
Yeah.
So you got extra Hogan there.
Hogan is there every 2 minutes, but he doesn't wrestle. What's the point? You should have the champ of the show, somebody besides Bully Ray there, and you show him throughout the show. You show other wrestlers that you want to push throughout the show, not a fucking 70-year-old man, for God's sakes. And they're even saying they've been making promises for the last 3 years or something that Hogan's gonna make a comeback. What for?
Yeah, what for? He's done. Can't even walk no more, man. Like, really?
There was people seriously talking about him being the world champ again, you know?
It ain't gonna work, alright? The guy should retire. It's real simple. He should retire and give the spot to, you know, the champ or something, you know, like, I don't know. Do the usual stuff in wrestling, you know, the guy that's your champ, well, he's the main event, he's the star of the show. Use that, you know.
He had 2 knee replacements, 2 hip replacements. They're talking about putting this guy in the ring. They were talking about making him fight for the title.
He's doing the leg. Nah, it ain't gonna work, people. He's too old.
Oh my
He
God.
can't even fucking bend down no more. Like, you know?
That's the thing, it's all about Hulk, and his promos are corny. They're cheesy, it's full of fucking cheese, fucking garbage, fuck. Look at him on Twitter too, he's corny all the time, he's like a weird attention whore, like Kurt Angle on Twitter.
Look at me. Yeah.
You know, his acting is bad, him coming out, punching 10 members of Aces and Eights, knocking them out by himself there, fuck is this?
Hey, old man!
Come on, fuck, why is this guy being pushed so much and he's not wrestling anymore? It's outrageous. It is. You know, TNA fans complain when you get, you know, any guy coming back to WWE that's a bit old, but yet they fucking praise Hulk and stuff. It's like, you serious? Fuck. These guys are anti-WWE, they hate Hogan, or they praise Hogan that's like Mr. WWE.
Mr. WWE.
You know?
He's the one who made that company.
You know, I don't get that there, but yeah, fuck, he can't wrestle or nothing, he looks dumb, and his daughter, for fuck's sake. What's the deal with her?
Why is she there?
She sucks. Fuck.
She can't act, she can't sing, she can't wrestle, she can't, you know, talk on the mic, nothing.
And she looks like such a bimbo too when she's talking, fuck, you know?
And she's so big, she's like even bigger than her fucking dad, man. Like,
yeah, man, she's taller than him, she's just
did you see her Sting the other night? It was like, oh my god, man, she was like towering over Sting, like, damn.
There was that time that she fell on her ass.
Fell on her ass for no reason.
TNA fans don't mention this crap, you know.
Why the fuck you fall on your ass? Because you were drunk, and that's why.
Maybe. You know, but her having big skits backstage, she's a terrible actress, she doesn't know what the fuck she's doing.
Trying to tell divas what to do, it's like, okay, you get in the ring and wrestle, like.
It's like a retirement home for WWE, for old guys, fuck. Flair, Hogan,
Pretty much, yeah.
Bischoff and their sons and shit, their daughters.
They go in TNA, they go in Aces and Eights and drink beer.
It's a joke, fuck, you know. It's not gonna matter. Number 7, too many jobbers. We mentioned all the jobbers and Ace and Eights. Fuck, it's full of them.
Full of them. Like,
Gunner, Robbie E. Who the fuck cares about Robbie E? His song is a little okay. Bang, bang, bang.
Hernandez.
Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang. So, the song is okay, but he fucking sucks there, you know?
Yeah, like Hernandez.
Oh, fuck.
He's just a big jobber. He always
big jobber! Oh, man.
The fucking, you know, the spear, the flying spear.
A couple of years ago, they wanted to push Hernandez to be a big star there, super max and shit.
Yeah, can't talk, can't wrestle, can't do shit. You know, you're just a big dumb goof. Yeah.
Matt Morgan is another big dumb goof.
Yeah, that too. Gunner.
You know, guys like that, Eric Young, what the fuck does he do?
Yeah, really. Comes in the ring, takes off his pants, and gets beat up. Like, how am I supposed to like this, you know, like, where's the guy that's supposed to be like me there, the guy that I like, you know?
Plus it's full of guys from the indies that they throw in for the gut check challenge.
Sorry kid, you ain't good for this.
Who's the goof that looks like Edge with dreads against fucking York? You know, who the fuck wants to see this crap? Fuck.
Yeah.
You know, Zima Ion, he's in the hospital. I don't want to trash him, but he's another jobber realistically there. It's full of them, fuck. There's no real stars there, fuck, man. It's
and
all
the real stars that they have, they don't use them.
No.
So, they don't have any stars.
Even the big stars, you know, like we said, they're all fucked up. They look terrible in TNA.
Out of shape, used up.
You know, Robbie T, you know, he's a big guy, but he fucking sucks. Can't talk. He's been in TNA for like 3-4 years, this guy there. Fucking botches and shit. He's big, but he sucks.
That's it. That's all he has. He's big.
You know, Abyss, okay, he's a wrestler, whatever, but,
yeah,
you know, Joseph Park, you know, what the fuck was that? You know, it's a jobber fucking character is what it is. It's full of jobbers. You know, a guy like Kaz, for example, he's a good wrestler, okay, but, you know, he botches a lot. He's improved a lot too there, but, you know, he can't talk still. He's improving thanks to Daniels there.
He's a lot better than what he used to be there, but.
You know, but he's been there, what, 8 years? Fucking. And he has 0 star quality, let's say.
No, it comes out and you don't give a shit. It's real simple. Like, there's nothing there to catch you. It's just some plain old guy coming out.
Christopher Daniels is a good wrestler. He's great on the mic, but, you know, him, it's too bad. He doesn't have the look of a star, you know. But, you know, Austin Aries is a good wrestler, but is he really a guy that has star power, you know?
Too small. And he looks like a goof.
And those are the best guys on the roster, you know? It's full of fucking trash. Number 8, WCW wannabes, you know?
Big time.
You know, this is borderline sickening in my opinion, you know? Pretending to be WCW is bad. You know, it's like if I came on here and I told you guys that I was Spinnernet. You know, Spinnernet. If I started acting like Spinnernet, telling you on Spinnernet, you'd be like, the fuck's going on here? Well, that's what TNA is doing. They're trying to embody WCW.
Yeah, they're taking storylines from them and
rehashing this. Yeah, like Sting recently, they're rehashing Sting shit. NWO, every fucking faction in TNA is an NWO rehash. That's what it is. It's a big group of outsiders style, or just a big group in general, with a big opposition group, you know, to take them out, WCW style.
Yep.
You know, that's been the same fucking gimmick for a long time in TNA every year.
AJ's the Sting gimmick.
Yeah, right now
type of shit there.
Right now he's the Sting there, and usually it's Sting himself that just redoes his old stories. He comes out with his bat to beat whoever else that had groups there. That's all it is. Rehash.
And it's all guys. You know?
Yeah, it's Bischoff, Hogan. You know, it's like they're trying to be WCW.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
They're trying to do it again, and it ain't going to work, you know?
It's fucked up, in my opinion, to be that big of fucking copycats. Number 9, the bad ratings. You know, people want to excuse this for various reasons. Oh, it's a young company. They've been on the air for 10 years. 11 years almost. They're going on 11 years. You know, how long are they supposed to go there?
Yeah.
Just because
get a million, you know?
You know, just because WWE has been around longer doesn't mean that TNA's that young. 10 years for a TV show, that's usually when shows get canceled there.
Especially when you don't get any ratings, like, you know? Simpsons gets probably more ratings than you every fucking day.
Yeah, that's at 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
Simpson gets more views probably.
So, how are they still here? I don't get it, but yeah.
You
Mommy
know,
and daddy's money, helps,
10 years. How long are we supposed to go? Because WWE's been around longer. Like I said before, WCW right off the bat, less than 10 years, they were beating WWE. People, well, they took over another Fed. Yeah, NWA. Same fucking Fed that TNA was a part of when they started. Anything else you want to throw at me? They had their belt, their tradition. Remember when TNA was open for 2 days, but it was full of tradition? It was somebody else's tradition. They kept showing pictures of old great wrestlers with the belt, shit like this there. It's not an excuse that WCW, they were in the same fucking situation.
Yeah.
Something they took from
Started here and
NWA.
they did this, because they did good stuff to make you watch,
If TNA would exist for another 50 years, they'd say, oh well, it's a young company. WWE's been around for 100 years. You can't go back in time and even up the age of the fans there. 10 years is old. Idiots for TV there, okay? Fuck. How long
enough there.
How long are they supposed to go with the excuse that they're still young and that we can't judge the ratings? They have bad ratings, fuck, deal with it.
Yeah.
They had 1 point something couple years, now they're below here and there, so
keep
they're
doing this, up and down,
It's 0.91, because it sucks, that's why.
Simple, what?
It's pretty simple, that's why they're not getting big
People are not tuning
ratings.
in,
It's not because it's a young company, it's because it sucks. If not, they would have more ratings. They don't, because they're not good enough, that's why. So, yeah. Number 10, TNA not helping out Zima Ion. I think that's disgusting.
Yeah, that's fucked up. He works there, he's a wrestler there, he's there almost, every week, but you can't pay his fucking medical bill? Like, you don't even have insurance for the guy? Like, that's fucked up.
Big time. How low budget is this federation?
Yeah, really. Like, tell Dixie there to pay him, Like, fuck, I don't know, that's kind of fucking heartless.
Big time heartless. It makes them look like losers. They are losers, for God's sake.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Oh, it's okay, you got hurt. Go home there. We won't pay nothing. Like, okay, what the fuck is he supposed to do for a paycheck now and his medical bills and all that shit,
Look at that other young guy that was hurt by Zima that had the football.
Dude.
He's been out for a long time. He ain't getting paid by TNA. He got hurt under TNA's watch. He ain't getting paid, this kid.
So now he's pretty much screwed with a broken neck,
They brought him over on the show with a broken neck. He made $50. He's probably not getting paid right now by them at all.
Yeah, probably.
They don't care. That's what they do. They grab little guys. They don't pay them anything. They got indie guys.
You want to come on TV? Come on. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
But at least insure the guys, Like you are the company.
Number 11, Dixie Carter is an idiot. Quite frankly, she's saying recently that Hulk Hogan is the biggest name in the world. Comparing him to Michael Jackson. Shit like this there. Hulk Hogan, are you mental?
It's like really out of touch there, huh?
Big time out of touch. Who's telling her these things?
I don't know. But she doesn't know shit about wrestling. Like, even the outside world, apparently, If Hogan's the biggest thing on earth, okay, yeah. Sure, you're missing something there, Dixie.
And she was, making bad decisions, hiring Vince Russo and then defending him, making up bullshit that it wasn't him that was writing the storylines, it was Dutch Mantel or whatever. you know, now recently the desperation with WWE saying she wants to have a WWE versus TNA event. How pathetic is this? She meets Stephanie McMahon. What does she do? She runs to Twitter to brag about it. I met Stephanie. We're cool or whatever. 2 days later, let's have a cross-promotion event. What a desperate cunt.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out.
As if WWE would do that. Like, no.
You know, with Dixie Carter, she said once, oh, we might have a difference of opinion, but I hope you're going to stand by me in all my decisions. Why should we?
Yeah.
Do we have money invested in TNA, or are we getting a profit from this? Or
absolutely fuck all.
do we owe anything to her that we can't judge her fuck ups, or you know, shit like that? Why would she say that we respect all her decisions? I didn't know that she commanded respect, you know?
Yeah, she deserves respect. I feel like.
Oh, I'm a woman, love me, you know, that shit too there with Dixie Carter.
She even got her own fucking doll. Like,
Oh,
really? Who's gonna buy her doll? Like,
Vince McMahon is old, Dixie Carter's hot, so
Yeah.
I love Dixie Carter. She's got tits, that whole effect there, you can go fuck yourself with that.
she'll never be a Vince, okay?
Keep talking to him about Dixie Carter for 2 seconds. Tell him why she fucking sucks.
Well, I don't know, and she fucking sucks because she doesn't know shit about wrestling, first of all. She, you know, like I said, she made her own fucking doll. Like, who's gonna buy a doll of Dixie Carter? Like a wrestling, you know, figure of that, you know, doesn't make any sense. You're not even a wrestler. And, you know, a lot of characters she just destroys, like
The fucking
Hardy, you know, Angle. You know, she does a whole bunch of shit. Now if she thinks WWE's gonna partner up with her and do a show together there, you know, you go bake somewhere else, little girl.
Go bake some
You know?
muffins. Get the fuck
Go
out
ask
of
mommy and
here.
daddy for a lot more money than that. Like,
And her parents, they put a stop to her making money. How could we take her seriously after that? That her parents are cutting her off from making money.
that's pretty, you know. It's like, come on, how old are you?
Yeah, how could we take her serious?
Like,
You can't.
Mommy, I need money! It's like, okay, you're like 40-something.
You can't take her serious after that. That's pathetic.
Yeah, really, really pathetic. So, whatever, there's Dixie.
Number 12. They don't use the TNA originals correctly. Like we said earlier, all the current TNA originals are in fucking tag teams.
Yeah. That or they're not being used good. You know, like James Storm and all that. You know, rude.
James Storm, this guy was getting a push. He ends up losing the belt or whatever there. And then he's, you know, in the tag team. He's gonna be in the tag team with Gunner.
With Gunner.
Why? What the fuck? Even I like James Storm. He's one that I like in TNA. I'm not saying he's great, but he's decent on the mic. He has a bit of character, a bit of, you know, rip-off elements like the beard, the Shawn Michaels hat, the super kick and
The
shit.
cowboy there, Western.
But I still like the guy, you know, he's one of the only TNA guys that I like, him and Daniels, and they're stuck in tag teams for nothing. Why doesn't Christopher Daniels win the world title? Why don't they do that? The fans would like that if they're TNA fans. He's, you know, an old school TNA guy.
Too, TNA, all the TNA original guys, every time you see a show, they're always in the fucking same segment. All of them at the same time. Like, and then the rest of the fucking time is just aces and eights and all that crap there, you know?
There's way too much of that big mishmash.
It's like they're pushing them, you know, aside. It's like, oh, no, we don't want the guys. We'll use the WWE guys.
And Hulk Hogan was talking the other day, you know, oh, we're getting traction now, brother. He talks about the big stars in TNA. He mentions Hardy Angle, and then he's like, oh, and the other guys, brother, doesn't even mention the TNA original.
Yeah, really?
You know what I mean? That's how much they care about him. They don't. They don't care.
AJ, Samoa Joe, and all that crap, you know? They've been there a lot longer, you know?
Some of those guys could have been something, but...
Yeah, but like I said, they're pushed aside, and man, you're no good.
Even Steve Austin was praising Joe or whatever. Doesn't mean that it's true, but you know, why wouldn't they try to use him, instead of, you know, bringing out Joe with these big weird pants and weird shorts and that tattoo on his face for a while. Fuck is that shit? You know, they don't know how to use their original guys. Number 13, we mentioned a bit of this already. Too much Sting, for God's sakes.
Ah, way too much. And the fucking Sting character, weird character, Joker there. I had enough of him there. I'm tired of it there.
If you compare WWE to TNA there, let's say John Cena would be the number 1 guy, Punk would be number 2. In TNA, if you would look at it as an outsider, you would think, okay, Hogan's the star, and Sting is like Punk, he's number 2.
Number 2. A
60-year-old man and a 70-year-old man, I'm exaggerating the ages, but you know.
Because Sting too, there, Aces and Aces is going to come in, but hey, Sting is the man there. You know, he beats up like 10 of them.
Yeah, he beats 10, 20 guys that are in their 20s by himself and shit. What's the fucking point? And Sting was gone for a long time. He comes back, Hogan says, we're not giving out handouts anymore, brother. It's Sting against Matt Morgan for the number 1 contender. 2 guys that haven't wrestled in months or whatever. Those 2 have a match for some reason. And Sting beats a 7-foot-tall monster like this, you know? The fuck is that? You know, what the hell? Do they think he's like Sting from WCW? Or what do they think?
They're trying to use him like that way too there.
But he's old now.
Big star, you know, hey, this is WCW guy there.
You know, Matt Morgan could punch him and break his neck probably, you know?
Because Sting too there, he's walking and you see that he's getting old. Like, you know?
He's still in good shape. He can still wrestle, but I mean, fuck. You know, there's other guys.
Younger guys that are 7 feet tall. You know, they can kick his ass.
The 7-foot-tall guy should beat him, like really.
Oh yeah, gotta keep it at least real, you know.
And it's always Sting that wins the big belt there. The big matches, it's always Sting who wins. You know, why? Fuck. It doesn't make sense. You know, he's too old.
Because he's fucking Dixie, that's why.
Maybe she has a big crush on him, it seems there, but I don't know. Because he was their only real name star that they had for about 5 years, you know. With Jarrett, it was Sting and Jarrett.
Sting and Jarrett.
Nobody cares about Jarrett, you know. It was Jarrett, R-Truth, and AJ Styles for the first 5 years, then Sting appeared or whatever. I'm not sure about the exact dates, don't give a fuck either, but you know, that's why they keep pushing Sting, because he was their savior, I guess, you know. The first big name to go, but doesn't do fuck all anymore, and it's not realistic. It's 2013, they have to switch.
Keep it at, like I said, keep it at least real, you know.
They have to
you got 5 guys on Sting, well the 5 guys have to win, you know.
You know, they have to take a small guy, turn him into a real star, not just, you know, build guys, put him in the tag team and put the belt on Sting.
Yeah, that too there. Hey Sting, you're gonna fight against a guy that's popular there. You're gonna kick his ass, okay?
What's the point?
I know, like, let the other guy win from Sting, you know?
Look, when RVD came and Sting, when RVD made a comeback or whatever, and Sting just beat him up with his bat. Just buried RVD right off the bat. It's like, the fuck you doing?
Yeah, it's really. It's like they're supposed to push him, you know?
The Joker.
So when he's back, you know, hey!
The Joker gimmick was fucking bad.
That was horrible. Horrible. Stealing a gimmick from a dead guy.
Oh, yeah, it was the Heath Ledger
Yeah, the
thing.
Heath Ledger thing.
Crow
It
was a
wasn't
rip-off too.
the old Joker, it was the new Joker there.
But apparently they ripped that off of an indie wrestler too. We watched
Yeah,
him.
we watched him there. It was a lot better than Thing. A lot better.
More believable.
More real, more dark.
Number 14, you got edgy TV, but TNA is like edgy cheap a lot of times.
Yeah.
You know, like hitting people with hammers, for example.
Yeah, it's all for shock value, basically, you know.
It's for shock value, but it's not realistic.
Yeah.
You hit guys with hammers,
You're
they're
supposed to
finished.
bleed, you know.
They're done after a hammer shot.
And everybody knows, you hit somebody on the head with a hammer, you'll kill them. Like, you know, it doesn't work in wrestling.
You know, and the knockouts too, they're hot. The knockouts,
Oh yeah,
okay.
they're hot, they're sexy.
But you can see that it's done in a cheap way. The
Yeah.
cameraman,
It's more slutty-ish.
the cameraman
Yeah.
running to film it
Yeah,
with
you know,
your legs.
as soon as they go up the rope or something, oh, right on the ass. And it's like, okay, you know, it's not sexy and classy, it's sexy and sleazy.
Yeah, like WWE recently, they'll show the girl
Yeah, they'll
standing
show their
there.
legs and
Yeah, but they
they're
don't.
covered, you know, they're
they-
not shaking their ass in front of a camera.
They don't run under Summer Rae's dress.
Yeah, that too.
Fandango's manager, they don't go under her fucking skirt directly like in TNA.
Yeah, that too. Or when they try to pin her.
Like Mickie James, she's a real wrestler. She shouldn't be getting her crotch filmed
Yeah.
like that. It's not a porn.
It's not, yeah,
fucking-
and it's not really professional wrestling, you know.
That's more like cheap
Yeah, it's
porn
like cheap,
style
yeah.
shit. It's not something that Mickie James should be
Yeah.
doing. I think she did do porn or something.
Oh yeah, she did porn.
But you know, wrestling and porn
yeah,
is different.
You know, that's on TV, you know, like.
You know, it just looks kind of cheap, and you have stuff that's like fucked up, like Joseph Park with aces and eights. They were tying him up and fucking, I don't know,
Yeah.
doing
All
things to
doing
his
things,
nipples
yeah.
and fucking.
With the car battery and shit, it's like,
Yeah,
what?
that,
Like,
you know,
you're
it's like
serious?
it's like some kind of sick
And they put it on
hardcore.
their nipple, their body.
Yeah, it's like hardcore like hardcore dominatrix porn
Yeah.
type of shit. You know, they do crap like this. It's cheap edgy.
Yeah, it's cheap edgy.
It's
you
not
know,
like Steve.
sloppy, second grade, you know, B-rated movie type of shit.
Yeah, it's not like Steve Austin cutting a hardcore promo.
Yeah.
It's
Or like I
just-
said, like Cena versus Ryback, you know, when they went through the wall at Extreme Rules. It's extreme, it's, you know, well organized, but it's not, you know, hey, I'll hit you in the head with a hammer. You know, there's a difference, you know, and it's more theaterish.
It's cheap.
TNA is like, okay, we'll just do that to get a fucking reaction and that's it, you know.
Usually they don't get a
Yeah, exactly.
reaction. You know, I'm willing to bet that they asked the fans to throw shit in the ring.
Like that, you know,
but
showing-
Ray won.
Like that, showing the crotch of girls, you know, I bet you they thought, okay, we're gonna get ratings off this shit, but no, you know.
They don't
People
get
realize
fuck
that,
all.
you know, we don't wanna be like perverts here, like. You know,
They
there's
don't
wrestling
get-
and there's perverted, you know.
They don't get fuck all for it either. And they're trying to be a new attitude era.
Yeah.
Sorry, but no, you don't have stars.
Not even close.
You know, Attitude Era was real storylines, good, catchy storylines that got you interested. TNA, like we said, they have none. And if they do, it's retardation or boring or whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't interest you.
You know, simply being TV-14, showing an ass and hitting with a hammer, that's not quality of Attitude Era. That's
No.
just, you know, posers trying to be the Attitude
Yeah.
Era. We're doing
It's gonna be
wrestling.
hardcore, you know, but that's not hardcore.
They say we're doing wrestling like it should be done. That's wrestling that was done by other guys. You're just trying to copy them. That's what it is. They're trying to copy WCW.
Yeah.
You know, them copying a dead Fed shouldn't be how it's done. It should be their own fucking feel. Their own wrestlers, their own stars, their own match types.
But that's what happens when you get Bischoff and all that, you know, Garrett Bischoff. And
they tried to be unique. They were a bit unique with the X Division at first, but then it just turned to garbage. Number 15, bad promos. You know, every week it's
serious, bro. Really, bro?
Yeah. Even
bro.
Even Zack Ryder saying "you serious, bro" is a better catchphrase than every catchphrase.
The other guy there, Robbie E. there.
He's just a poser.
Yeah, he's just a big ass poser, you know.
But just that phrase is better than everything in TNA. You know what I mean? It's you get a promo from Hulk.
No,
being boring.
Boring. You got his daughter. Bully Ray, boring. Devon, boring.
The only promos I kind of like is Daniels and Storm, but they're not really like good promos. They're just acceptable.
Average.
Yeah, that's the best that you'll get is an average promo.
Yeah.
You don't get good promos. You don't go, oh, that kind of feeling. Oh, look what he said or whatever. You don't get that vibe from their promos. It's just dead and boring.
It's just like, okay. You said that, alright.
You know, Austin Aries trying too hard to be a douchebag or whatever. I'm the greatest man that ever lived. Yeah, it's been done there.
And it's kind of rip off, you know, from Punk.
No, that's what it is. They grab a guy from ROH that looked like Punk. It was the same kind of gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's obvious what it was. But who cuts good promos? They say that Bully Ray cuts good promos. I just find them corny myself.
Boring. I find the same thing. You're gonna go out there, just giving shit to aces and eights and trying to act up, you know. Yeah. Or it's about Brooke.
You know, he has good promos. Where? Fuck, it's boring. Like you said, there's no feeling.
Yeah, there's nothing there. It's just like, okay, you're talking. That's it.
You know, maybe if he says bitch or something, when he said bitch or whatever to Brooke,
that's
you're like, oh fuck or something, you know, but that's it.
Yeah, but besides that, you don't care what he's saying.
No, it's boring talk, you know what I mean? There's no good promos in TNA at all. The wrestling itself is overrated, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
You know,
for all the people who's out there, oh, TNA is the best. They got the best matches. No, they don't. Alright, like it's sloppy. There was always fuck ups. A lot of fuck ups actually. You know, it's not well organized. I don't know. It's cheap. Really cheap the way they do it.
And the big stars, when they have big matches, they're usually like that, sloppy and boring.
Yeah. Slow, very slow.
Kurt Angle had a few good matches, but recently it's just boring.
Yeah.
There's no good Kurt matches.
Jeff getting beat up lately there.
Jeff comes out with his stupid eye garbage crap, and his matches are lame. Fuck, who cares there? Oh, Jeff Hardy against Austin Aries.
It's like, yeah, okay.
And I don't feel pumped.
Yeah.
For shit like this, you know. Even the smaller guys, you'll have decent matches with, you know, X Division guys, but, you know, you forget about the match 2 seconds later, and it looks fake.
It looks fake, yeah. Doing big ass power moves and stuff like that, like, okay, hey, big power bomb, and the guy gets up. So no, you're supposed to be down there. Then he gets knocked out by a clothesline.
It's cheap.
It's like, no, you should have been knocked out by the power bomb instead of a clothesline, you know?
It's always
stupid stuff like this, you know?
Cheap endings too in TNA matches. It's they're not pros like WWE with the perfect timing.
No, you could at least, you know, like I said, keep it real and, you know, more like wrestling, real wrestling, you know, like fucking move, The quicker you go and the faster you go and the more moves you make, it ain't making it better, you know? You need to build it up, you know, do good moves and certain points at certain times you do something and
storytelling, build up the match to lead to a big finish and shit.
Fake finishes, you know, false finish.
TNA, it's just fucking no feeling to these matches. Like you had matches RVD against Robbie E. You had Rob Van Dam looking all sloppy and shit. Oh, X Division, you know, that's boring. Shit's boring, fuck. It's not great wrestling, it's boring, fuck. Number 17, you know, it doesn't really matter, but I gotta mention it. The TV title. You know, probably the worst title that they ever had in the history of pro wrestling. First it was called, I think, the Global Championship, which basically means the same thing as World. Then they changed it to a different name. It had another name and I can't remember it. Then it became the TV title and they never defend it. They never defend the fucking belt. I think Devon is still the champ. You know, these belts were held between jobbers like Robbie T and crap like this. Fucking belt's garbage. Probably the worst belt in wrestling. They never defend it. Nobody even knows it exists. The fuck's wrong with that title?
Like me, like last week. Whatever, when Devon said that, and I'm the TV champ. It's like, what? There's a TV? There's a TV champ, actually. Like, really? There's a belt for that.
You didn't even remember.
I didn't even know. Like, I don't even remember.
Didn't remember the belt existed. It had 3-4 names.
Yeah. So, I don't know, man. It's like, and if you don't defend it and you don't fight for it or, you know, show it to people, people won't know it exists. You know, and you know, you're not supposed to give a belt and just, oh, hey, fuck it. Who gives a shit about the belt? It's like you're supposed to push that belt to make it look good. You know? Number 18. The pay-per-views suck. My eyes starting to burn. God damn it. The pay-per-views suck, people.
You too, bye.
You know, there's no big feel to these pay-per-views.
No.
All Bound for Glory is the mania bullshit.
Yeah, but like I said, if you're lucky, you'll have one good match in Bound for Glory. One. If you're lucky.
You'll have a couple of little matches from jobbers, and they're gonna say it's a 9.5 out of 10.
Because the past couple of years, it hasn't been fucking shit, and a lot of fuck-ups, you know. And other pay-per-views, you know, like, I don't even know the other pay-per-views, for fuck's sakes. That's how much I don't care. Like, you know, they don't have names like Royal Rumble or Survivor Series or, you know, it's Bound for Glory.
It's Final Resolution.
Like, okay,
no big feel.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Bad production on the pay-per-view.
And there's not a specific match for that pay-per-view.
Well, there's Ultimate X. Well, does that shit even exist anymore?
Yeah,
I don't even remember what pay-per-view it was on. Those matches are the worst matches. They're so fucking dumb. The cord's like fucking 8 feet off the ground.
You just jump and you get it there.
The X is long like that. They could dive, just run, jump, and grab it.
Yeah, but they don't have anything special to, you know, make you want to see it, you know.
Pay-per-views are fucking garbage, straight up. Fuck. These guys can lie and say they're good. Doesn't compare. Like Royal Rumble was cheap there this year, but name value wise, there usually it's good. You know.
That's just it. You need a catchy name. You know, catchy names.
And cheap names and no feel to these shows. It's all jobbers on the cards. They'll grab jobbers for a week.
Like that. Oh, Thing versus RVD. So, you're not going to want to watch it.
Amazing Red is back there for 1 week. Then he's on the pay-per-view. Then the next day you don't see him anymore.
Yeah.
You know, jobbers like this on the shows. Yeah, so it kind of kills your pay-per-view right there, you know.
Number 19, I think the roster sucks, so like we pretty much covered that there. But, cause people always say it's better than WWE's roster. I think that's total fucking bullshit.
Not even close, like come on.
No, just Punk and Daniel Bryan are better wrestlers than all of those fucking guys combined there.
Yeah. Like I said, fuck, even Ryback, has more charisma, more stardom than the whole fucking gang on TNA.
Big time, and
just the look of Ryback is more hardcore and more awesome than TNA.
That's true, the whole package, it's more, star power.
Yeah.
They got Kurt Angle, okay, well, Kurt's finished now. You're not talking about Kurt from the Attitude Era, you're talking about drunk and pill-popping Kurt Angle that's finished, that stalks women and shit, It's not the same Kurt
Angle as it used to be,
It's not the same guy, he's not as good in the ring, he fucks up sometimes now, and he doesn't have the killer instinct anymore. You can see sometimes he gets like second thoughts when he does shit, But I think the roster as a whole sucks compared to WWE's roster.
Not even close.
TNA fans, Kurt Angle, AJ Styles, WWE Brodus Clay. You're comparing the best of TNA to the worst
of WWE.
Take all the bigger names in WWE, they fucking smash.
Even Cody Rhodes with his whole mustache, that little mustache that he has more charisma than the whole TNA. Alright? It sells more.
Yeah, that's true.
Think about it. Just the mustache sells more than TNA.
Yeah.
So, their roster ain't shit. And they don't have any stars, so sorry to say, but they don't.
Jeff Hardy was a big star in WWE. Now he's just a guy that keeps fucking up.
Yeah.
He's court, in and out of court. Jeff Hardy, the druggie that was fucked up in the ring, and now it's is he gonna fuck up again? That's what it is with Jeff. We're just waiting for him to
fuck it up.
It's not like he has star quality like CM Punk right now.
Not even close.
A lot more people are talking about Punk than Jeff Hardy, for God's sake, and Jeff is the biggest name in TNA.
Yeah.
Nobody thinks that AJ Styles is better than Punk or John Cena even. People think I'm trolling when I say this.
No, but it's true.
Start a new fad today. Do you want Cena on your name, marquee board, or fucking AJ? You'll sell a lot more with Cena.
A lot more with Cena, man.
That's what wrestling is. It's to sell matches, not to do flips and to give the belt to guys that are 5'5" there. AJ Styles ain't a big name. Cena's a real name, and he's
star power.
So he has star power, fuck it.
You can sell tickets, sell merch, you can talk.
Doesn't compare. And last point, WWE is just fucking better. It's as simple as that.
Just admit it, come on.
There's
nothing, TNA is the best. No, it's not, alright? It's not. I'm sorry to say, even WCW is better than TNA, alright?
Oh fuck, WCW is a trillion times better.
Exactly.
WCW at its worst is better than TNA.
So, and we can't blame us. If the fucking company would give us something good to watch, and good stars, and good storylines, and wrestling, basically, they might go up. Besides that, they have no fucking chance versus WWE.
It's because TNA fans hate WWE. They want it to fail.
Just because it's a corporation, it's big time, it's been there for years.
There's lots of guys that hate WWE for various reasons, these fans there. And they want WWE to fail, and they want TNA to be better. That's what they want. That's what they try to convince themselves. It's all guys trying to convince themselves. I don't watch WWE anymore. I'm officially done. It's TNA now. but they know everything that's happening on the show, you know?
Yeah,
that's because they watch it.
But yeah, they don't watch it, no.
You know, that's the thing. They want to say that WWE is worse than TNA. They want to convince themselves. Plus, they try to convince other people.
Yeah.
But it's not.
Stop watching WWE. TNA's better. Say no.
You know, TNA might take more risks in the ring, but you don't care about the risks. Daniel Bryan just starts screaming yes or no, and the whole crowd goes nuts.
Crazy.
You got 15,000 people going crazy because the guy screams yes.
This guy coming out, and you know.
The whole crowd
goes nuts, you know.
TNA, they'll do 10 flips in the air, you forget it in 5 seconds, you'll get TNA, ECW wannabe chant, wannabe chant, TNA, TNA. You know, that's what it is. That's all they're gonna get there, you know. And WWE, like I said, better roster, better wrestling, the timing.
The cameras,
like if you compare the best X Division match on the card compared to Great Khali, of course, fucking it's gonna be better.
Yeah.
But the star power, the names, depending which wrestler is gonna blow TNA out of the fucking water. Punk, Bryan, shit like this. Even yesterday, Shield against Bryan and Kane, that's probably better than every match in TNA there. You know? It's just a match on Raw.
More charisma, more something.
More moves, more better timing, better storytelling in the ring. TNA doesn't fucking compare. The promos don't compare. WWE might have corny storylines. The storylines might be cheaper than the Attitude Era. But at least they have storylines.
Yeah, at least they do have storylines.
And they're not completely retarded. Some of them can be there, but overall the storylines are better. Yeah. Promos are better. Team songs are better. Production, everything. Everything is better. And it's not just about the money and them being older. Everything's better. If TNA is so good, why do the storylines suck dick? You know, why is it full of jobbers? Why is Garrett Bischoff beating TNA in matches filled with botches? You know, where's the super great wrestling, great moments? It's right here. There's none. You know, you guys are living in the goddamn dream world. And that's my fucking opinion on TNA. You guys like long videos there, about an hour this bit.
Long enough, I think.
Yeah, and you know, I could talk another hour about the fucking fans, but real quick, these guys are assholes there.
Oh, big time, man.
You know, attacking people online for no reason, trying to convince people.
Trying to act like big bullies or something, I don't know what they're, but.
Trying to convince people that TNA's better by bullying others, I guess.
Yeah. You're not allowed to watch what you want, people. Don't forget. You have to watch TNA. And most also getting shit by people on here.
Most of the guys that give us crap for enjoying something WWE or making a positive vid, it's mostly TNA marks.
Oh yeah, that's who they're.
You know, sometimes
they're fucking nuts for no reason.
Sometimes we'll throw in Attitude Era trolls as a reason for that, but most of those guys are pro TNA as well. That's the TNA bullshit mentality of trying to fuck with others that like WWE, trying to bully people into watching TNA.
Trying to act tough.
You know, they're mental. You know, they're in denial. You know,
WWE is stupid.
Everything that TNA does that is wrong, none of them will admit that it's wrong. It's always all Muppets, whatever, Pee Wee Herman. They can't counter any argument head on, most of them. It's all stupid crap. Some will try there and fail hard with contradictions or something, but it's usually just WWE. You know, every time you criticize TNA, that's all they do, because they live in the denial fucking
The
dream
TNA
world.
bubble world there.
Yeah, anti-WWE pro TNA. It's deny that TNA does something bad, deny that WWE does something good.
Like if you see a big fuck up in TNA there, oh no, hey, it didn't happen. You know?
You know, if they want to live in that type of bubble, that's their choice, but they shouldn't come and harass, fans of WWE. They shouldn't harass people when they give a real fucking review of TNA or whatever, you know.
that too there. Coming on, if people want to do TNA reviews and say it sucks, they're allowed, alright? It's real simple. And you guys, well, you can freak out like you want, but you can't harass people.
Now, if people all stop talking about TNA, it's a wrestling company.
Yeah, it's a wrestling company on TV, you idiots. Like,
I got 2 wrestling companies to watch. TNA is one of them, so I'm not going to stop talking because trolls are trying to scare us. You know what I mean? These wrestling fans, I love TNA, give me subs, I'm following a bandwagon. WJ's an asshole because he bashes TNA, fuck you. Get a life, fucking stay on your own channel with your phony baloney bullshit of loving TNA, get your subs with your bullshit, I'll do what I do.
Not back to reality, people.
Yeah. So TNA sucks.
Big time.
Until next time, peace.